5, 6, or we can even do 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. That's all the time it took for these deputies to draw their weapon and blow down Ryan. Him. That's all it took. And they can't make me believe that everything that they said transpired in 6 seconds transpired in 6 seconds. From them hopping out the car, from them running, from him pulling the gun, from officer saying he got a gun, from him running behind the dumpster, from him allegedly pointing the weapon at the officer to make them blow him down in 6 seconds. I can't believe that. Did he have a weapon? Yeah, he had the weapon. But you can't tell me that this young man that was 18 years old actually, yeah, he gonna run from the cops. They was in a stolen vehicle. They had the weapons on them. I don't know if they was going to do a lick, but they had already broke a crime. They had stole the vehicle. That's the reason for the officers even being there in the first place. And the way they tracked the vehicle, the owner of the vehicle had a tracker on the vehicle. So he called the police like, yeah, like my vehicle, I see it over there. Y'all go ahead and check it out and go get that for me. So when they see them boys pull up, everybody hop out running. They left a gun in the car, but Ryan, I guess he had his on him. And that's the worst thing to do. Run from the police and let them see your weapon. They said they heard a click sound, like it hit the ground. A lot of stuff they saying don't make sense. But what they are gonna say, they was in fear for their life. If they got a weapon, if you got a weapon on you, they gonna say they in fear for their life, and they gonna say you pointed it at them. That's the way they beat the charge. They gonna say they was in fear for our life, and he pointed at me, so they gonna blow you down. And his father took it in his own hands. He know his son. I know he don't think his son pointed no weapon at him. Was his son doing wrong? We can say he was doing wrong because they was in a stolen vehicle carrying guns. Carrying a gun ain't illegal. Stealing a vehicle is illegal. We don't know if his friend stole it, he stole it. Did he know it was stolen? But when the police pull up, a lot of people run. It's a flight or fight reaction. Some people don't run, but especially if they doing wrong or they got a weapon on them or drugs in the car, they know they got a warrant, they're not sure if they had a warrant, they gonna run. We saw young Scooter did it. Young Scooter did it and lost his life. He jumped the fence, broke his leg, he lost his life. Why these young men ran? Of course, they was in a stolen vehicle. They ain't trying to go to jail. He took his gun with him, but I do not believe that he pointed that weapon at that officer. What is he gonna point the weapon at the officer just to put it back down? And all this happened in 6 seconds? That's too fast. They ain't trained on de-escalation. Another black man being killed by a police officer. And here's his father Rodney. Everybody want a father like him. Like, we should give him, put him in a history book, put him in Black History Month. Like, I'm not condoning no violence on no police officer or nothing like that. But from what I can remember, that's the first man. This is the first man to ever, from my knowledge, retaliate against police. Like, you gotta have a lot of balls to do that. You gotta be mentally tough to do that. You really gotta be one of them ones that shoot at an officer and kill an officer. Man, you are a strong individual, and you gotta know that what come with it. Now, we know he ain't finna beat this charge. We already know that. We know he not finna be giving no bond. We already know that. But we gotta salute the man. It's an eye for an eye. He ain't want the GoFundMe money. He probably could have waited and got a lawsuit. But he ain't want that. You took my son, so I'm taking one of yours. And he only took 24 hours to respond. 24 hours. And this officer that he killed, He shouldn't have lost his life either because he had nothing to do with it. But he a casualty of war. He a casualty of war. They've been doing us like that for some years. Like, we can't even catch up. But this black man was brave enough to stand up and like, nah, y'all ain't gonna do this to my son. Like, yo, was he doing wrong? Daddy probably knew he was doing wrong. Who knows? But he know his son. He know his son didn't point no gun at no officer. Who would point a gun at an officer and not shoot? And all this happened in 6 seconds. Then the body cam footage is grainy. It don't show him pointing no gun in no body cam footage. It don't say that. It don't show that at all. So we can't always believe what they saying. But if you have a weapon, they see it, they heart start racing. It was no de-escalation. It was nothing. 6 seconds ain't enough time to process nothing. Like, it just ain't. It just ain't. They could have let them boys get away, get at them another day. But don't give them no reason to shoot you. We can't run them up. We ain't seen it happen to armed men, unarmed men. Like, I don't know if they trigger happy, they scared. But the police need to do some more training. Because 6 seconds is not enough time to make a decision to take somebody's life. Do y'all think they was lying about him pointing the gun at him? Because me personally, I think they was lying. I don't think he pointed the gun. But that gave him a reason to fire their weapon and kill this young man. And his daddy went to stand on business. He stood on business, man. Like, I ain't telling you to do that. I'm not sure if I would do that, but I know I love my son. And y'all can't keep taking us out like that. Like, you can't keep doing it, man. And somebody had the ball to stand up, and it was Rodney. Rodney stood up. So, yeah, we need to keep his commissary full. We need to write him letters. You know what I'm saying? We need to get him lawyers. We need to do that for this man. Like, he need to be in the history books. I don't condone violence at all. But it's an eye for an eye. He felt like that. But I really think it was a temporary insanity. Because you don't know how that man was feeling. You don't know what he was thinking. You don't know what he was going through. So he can have a case of temporary insanity. Will it work? I don't know. It may not. But that's the only option he got. It's Highway Dre, man. If y'all haven't liked, shared, and subscribed, go ahead and do that for me. Do you agree with what Rodney did? Do you think